You aren't going to believe this. I'm actually putting the absolute truth at the front of the video and all the context after it. Limited Run Games has lost their spot on my set because they are absolute idiots. One of their customer service representatives literally banned a paying customer, refunded all their pre-orders, and threatened legal action over a meme that made fun of them. I'm not kidding. Here's the customer service representative's message verbatim. Dude, you got banned for exactly the reasons I warned you about. I tried, emoji, but yeah, your orders were refunded from what I can see. Usually takes 3 to 5 days to post back whatever the original payment method was. Honestly, if I were you, I'd leave it. That sounds like a threat, by the way, because if you keep pushing, you're likely to light a fire under our lawyer's butt. There's a difference between free speech and flagrant misinformation, and then a link to a legal document. Are you joking? Limited Run. Everybody that's watching this video, make sure you leave a like on it. Make sure you leave a comment on it. Make sure you share it on Twitter, Facebook, Minds. Everyone needs to see what kind of company Limited Run Games are. I'm done with them forever. Let's get into the video. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here, and it pains me to bring more shame upon the house that is Limited Run Games. Now, I want to remind all of you, and you at Limited Run Games, I am a customer. I am what you would probably call a whale customer. I buy everything you put out. I have another one right here, the Iconoclast. Guess what? This stuff's coming off my set. I'm no longer going to provide any free product placement for Limited Run Games after seeing what they did to a long-term high-end customer today. Now, if you remember maybe back in June, Limited Run, I made a video on Limited Run Games and how they had dogpiled on top of THQ Nordic, listening to the absolute brainlets that are in the Reset Era forum, demanding they make a change because THQ Nordic dared to do an AMA on a place that they probably shouldn't have done. And of course, THQ Nordic at that time bent the knee. And actually, let me see if I can pull up that article. Probably not. But nonetheless, it was fake outrage. And nonetheless, they bent the knee anyway. If you look back at this original article here, Limited Run Games tosses THQ Nordic under the bus for their AMA. Reset Era is still holding grudges against THQ Nordic for hosting an AMA over on 8chan back in late February. The forum is using every opportunity to deride the publisher. This is via One Angry Gamer as well. And they even took aim at Limited Run Games, who partnered with THQ Nordic to place the physical game distributor in the hotspot. Unfortunately, in an attempt to clear up any kind of misinformation, the representative of Limited Run Games threw THQ Nordic under the bus for the AMA. On June 10th, 2019, Reset Era made a thread about Limited Run Games' public statements about being overjoyed to team up with THQ Nordic. Then they began bad-mouthing THQ Nordic for having hosted the AMA and blah, blah, blah. Then we have Limited Run Games, the verified company who takes part in the forums at Reset Era. By the way, from what I can tell, Limited Run Games is populated by many purple-haired individuals. They said, to be clear, we are overjoyed to bring Red Faction to physical format. Agree that it was bad wording for the tweet and that we apologize. It should have been clearer. We are not overjoyed with THQ's AMA, to say the least, and in no way endorse it. At the time, I made a video because, ultimately it was just bending the knee to faux outrage. And now, today, if you can believe it, they've committed an even worse offense, banning and refunding pre-orders of a customer for memes, and taking it a step further, according to this customer, threatening to sue them for memes that made fun of Limited Run Games. Now, where did this all start? Well, Limited Run Games, as the name implies, is a company that brings, interesting packaging and gets, fools like me to buy stuff based on packaging, and they want to buy stuff. You know, they've got a lot of hidden gems in this game. They've got one of the best golf games ever, Golf Story, on here. You know, obviously, Thumper, Super Meat Boy, so many excellent games that you couldn't get in physical form. For the whale collector, you know, by the way, you know, modern day collectors, you know, there's a term, a negative term, a pejorative for them, calling them instant collectors. And I'm one of them. It's true. I never, you know, walked the aisles of swap meets to get my NES cartridges. I just bought them off eBay because I have not enough time for that. And that's okay. I do strongly admire those that have built their original 714 complete collections by picking every title up for $1. They've truly invested time, and they've got a nice little nest egg there. I don't have time for that, and so I pay for someone else who did. Nonetheless, limited run games targets people like me. They target people that are purchasing something that there's no real reason to purchase other than to collect it. And in essence, most of their customers are probably what you'd call whales. Now, this started when they printed a limited run of Tetris Effect. Essentially, they were mocked because they were selling limited run games with mass-produced games that were already released, such as Tetris Effect. So this customer made, you know, a meme, an obvious meme, poorly edited. It wasn't ever any attempt to like defraud or confuse anybody, with Revenge of the Bird King or even Skyrim, just to joke like, hey, this is, in fact, I'll show you the meme. Here it is. This was the meme. You can see if, I mean, you probably can't see it on my screen as well because it's not, you know, high quality. I had to put it in this Word doc because I wanted to like redact people's names. But you can see the edge on the top here. It's not really meant to confuse people. It's meant to poke fun at limited run games who apparently have razor thin paper, 20-ply soft egos. Because after posting this, the user then showed all their pre-orders. You can see this person has pre-ordered everything, okay, or purchased everything. And you can see in production, in production, in production, refunded, refunded, refunded. Ended up getting blacklisted for making fun of the company. Now, to make matters worse, look, I understand where this customer is coming from. I have the exact same problem with Magic the Gathering. Look, did I push things too far? Maybe. Was I too antagonistic? Clearly. But it did suck being banned because, sure, I could still buy Magic cards, and sure, I could have still done my Magic the Gathering videos, but in essence, I would be marketing for free for Magic the Gathering, and that's just not something that, you know, my morals would allow me to do. So I abandoned an entire YouTube channel. I abandoned a channel that was large enough to make a living on, or at least to easily pay for all of my hobbies, because I just couldn't make Magic the Gathering videos anymore. I couldn't be associated with it. So I understand where this user's, you know, might be feeling. Now, I haven't spoken directly to this person. They're not the one that shared all this information with me. Now, when we look at Sarah, take note of the purple hair, is a customer service representative for Limited Run Games. Now, Limited Run Games is a part of a lot of these fan groups on Facebook. Why? Probably just to monitor and to be available. You can't get a hold of them as a regular customer, but, you know, they spend their time on Facebook monitoring whether or not people do memes they don't like. And she issues and by the way, don't contact this person. This person may be dumb, but ultimately Limited Run Games is the one that push through this ridiculous ban for memes. And I don't endorse contacting this person in any way. You know, customer service, while a fine job, it doesn't get much lower on the rung of management there. And here's where somebody who's totally not mad comes in to essentially threaten the group. I enjoy trolling as much as the next guy. And when you say that, it's clear you don't. But heads up, guys, spreading false information and using company assets is likely to get you banned, if not worse. Seriously? And that's what they did. They refunded all of his pre-orders. How pathetic. This is what your company's spending time doing? Seriously, this is what it is over a freaking meme. Is it that your delicate feelings were hurt as a corporation, a multi-million-dollar corporation, that a customer dared make fun of you? Look, you deserved that ridicule anyway. It's called limited run games. Don't put out these super huge mega titles and then put them under the banner of limited run. The idea that you would come into a Facebook group, and the only reply at this time is one laughing. The person said, "That's okay, I'll live, but I appreciate the concern." Then the customer service rep comes back, "You do you. Just wanted to make sure you were aware." Meanwhile, they canceled his pre-orders. How pathetic. Now, is it possible that this person's making all of this up, that they themselves canceled their pre-orders and photoshopped all this? Sure, fine. It doesn't seem plausible. It absolutely seems like this company is being a gigantic baby and firing their customer for making a meme. Now, allegedly, maybe a few people asked them about it. I don't even believe that, because even the untrained eye can see that that image is very clearly doctored. All right. And this is just a joke. They got made fun of for releasing Tetris Effect. They didn't like it. So they banned the customer and threatened the entire Facebook group to not use company assets. By the way, this would fall under fair use, so they can, suck it with that. And then people are wondering, I'm really shocked. They did that. I wonder who initiated the order. This person has some ideas. He was liking some of the comments in the other group, but didn't feel the need to chime in. I was also threatened with a lawsuit by an LRG representative. These guys are cowards. It's okay to take money from people for over a year, blah, blah, blah. So then the customer goes on to say, all right, someone asked, so you're telling me they banned you because of memes? Yes, because of the memes. And apparently, as I was told by a rep of the company, these are against the law. These are, an LRG may be coming after me, and these memes can cost me thousands of dollars and up to 5 years in prison. After she sent me a link to a legal document. So-and-so liked this comment. So this is how they thank you for spending many thousands of dollars with the company. These people are a disgrace. Clearly, these are a joke, mocking their Tetris release, and it's a regular retail release. And Bird King was a blatant fraud that they are selling out the back door. They have zero respect for the people that built their company. Now, this is their words, not mine. It is absolutely pathetic that a company would be acting out like this, that a company would be taking retribution on a customer who clearly is a large customer, someone that has looked to have purchased every single game they've ever put out, and then, like babies, refund their pre-orders. Limited run games, this is the final straw for me. I'm done buying your stuff, and I'm done supporting you with a spot on my set. Forget it. Your company is run by children, and you should be disgraced. I'm sure that all the viewers of this video totally won't be spamming you with more memes. Good luck pursuing this in court, morons. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.